This is a public service announcement. The Fort Valley Boys is on and live right now. Welcome to the show. Before we get started, whoa, Tide. Warriors look good. Bills and Eagles Super Bowl. Is that real? We on the Fort Valley Boys. Let's go. Hey. Welcome to the Fort Valley Boys. However you may be streaming or however you may be watching, we are live and in effect. I got my guys with me. I got D Michael Atwater. I got Pretty Tony, what they call him. I got Tiny here, and we have D Rounder. Guys, what's the business? What's the business?
What's up, fella? I need to go out. I need to go out and do that now. Share it now.
I mean, if you need to, you can share it either way. So you should be able to just swipe up, copy the paste, swipe up, and do that. Share it that way too.
Tony head boy, you act like it's cold out there in Miami, boy.
Man, look here, boy. It's almost alpaca weather here.
That's what I'm about to ask you. Is it alpaca weather yet?
Almost, boy.
I can hear y'all now. My sound was messed up.
Guys, how's your week going?
Better before this cold weather.
The cold done got down to y'all?
Yes, sir. You come pick it up if you want to.
No, because it's going up here.
What is like 65, 70 degrees?
62.
Oh, that boy in the hoodie in 62 degree weather, boy. I feel you though,
Tony. All the way together here.
I ain't mad at you.
Hey, Tiny Head, why don't you deduct about 30 degrees off of that 62? That's what it is up here.
Yes, sir.
That they call dead. That's what they call dead. Shit, no life left there.
Now, some of y'all probably wonder where Horatio is at. He's on assignment with the Miami Heat tonight. He's doing sideline reporting for the local network for the Heat. So we'll have some information from him next week. So he's on assignment with the Miami Heat. Go ahead, D.
I'm happy to see a Jeans Hard RA on there, Tony's old stomping grounds.
That's the only time. That's the only time we see RA.
My boy T on the stomping grounds, baby.
Yeah, those definitely were my stomping ground.
This is the only place where you'll find a Jeans Hall RA. It's on the Fort Valley Boys.
There you go.
So, Coach, you know our spiel. You know what? I'm getting the zone, AutoZone. We're sponsored by AutoZone. Your car breaks down, especially in alpaca weather. Stop by AutoZone to get your new battery. Check your battery. Check your check engine light. Make sure you get back up and running for the Fountain City Classic. Also, this show is still brought to you by Sprite. They came back as a sponsor this Sunday, so they're back as a sponsor this week. The Black Folks Soda. All right. Of course, you can find us now on Sundays and Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Sundays and Wednesdays, Fort Valley Boys. How do we find the Fort Valley Boys, guys? First, you can find us on the Facebook page, the Fort Valley Boys Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube at Fort Valley Boys Podcast. We're also brought to you by BuyANiceShirt.com. You need any paraphernalia for the classic or somebody else's homecoming you're going to, BuyANiceShirt.com has everything from Fort Valley to FAMU, from AKA to Sigma. Anything Panhandling at 9 or HBCU related, they will get it for you. And of course, Shot's favorite sponsor, Hennessy and Coke, the dark liquor. All right, guys.
Sound like a wet cough there.
What's up with this echo?
I don't know.
Huh?
I
heard one earlier too. I heard one earlier too.
You on here twice. That's what it is, Mike.
Yeah, I heard one earlier too.
Mike, you on here twice, bro. There you go.
Yeah, I got him. I got him. I got him. Lord have mercy. Help me, Lord. Help me, Jesus. All right. This first time NBA season kicked off last night with the Celtics beating the brakes off the 76ers and the Golden State Warriors looking better than ever last night against the Lakers. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. Lakers' best option is 11 seed, but we'll keep it moving. So this is our Four Valley Boys NBA preview part 2 with the guys on here this time. Mike, who's your top team to beat to dethrone the Warriors this year?
Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Denver, and the Clippers. If Milwaukee stay healthy, last year they might have repeated.
They would have repeated. Ain't no Mike.
With Drew Holiday, Middleton, Giannis, but Milwaukee is the top right now. Now let me say this: if Brooklyn can figure out how to work Kyrie, Ben Simmons, and Kevin Durant, and they play a full year, I think they can win it all.
That's asking a lot for somebody who's had some mental health issues to be a catalyst for their team.
Who got mental health? You talking about Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons, yeah. Hasn't played in a year. You're going to play Philadelphia twice at Philadelphia. I mean, you're not going to shoot anything past five feet. So, and they have no size. Literally, none. Nick Claxton's all you got as far as size. Nick Claxton.
Hey, Golden State won the championship without size playing small ball. That size stuff don't really matter no more. Golden State, when it's crunch time, they going Draymond, Poole, Clay, Steph, and Andrew Wiggins. So size, you can win championship without size now.
Okay.
What they lack in size, though, Brooklyn lack in size, they still got versatility too, though. There's a whole lot of versatility on that on that squad. And
bro, they got two dudes on that squad that every night can go off for 30 if they wanted to, 40. Two unstoppable players in Kyrie and Kevin Durant. So at any time, them dudes do what they supposed to do, they got enough to win it all. And when they on the top of their game, y'all know it, Kyrie is a top 5 point guard when he doing what he's supposed to do. And Durant is a top 5 small forward or whatever when he doing what he's supposed to do. All Ben Simmons need to get in.
I mean, they had them last year though, and got swept out the first round.
It was like they didn't even make the playoffs last year, did they?
Brooklyn?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got swept. Boston swept.
Yeah, they got swept first round.
Yeah, that was last year though.
I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying the two players that you named. I mean, and nobody's taking anything away from Kyrie and KD, but I mean the two players you named. I mean, they was there last year, healthy. Got swept. They lose, swept.
Yeah, I think it'll be different.
So I mean, do you think Ben Simmons is gonna make that much of a difference?
Ben Simmons is gonna take the ball out of their hands or get them the ball. Ben Simmons is also gonna be that guy that can guard they 1 through 3 or 1 through 4 kind of guy.
All right, I got you. I think they'll definitely be better than last year. No, I don't see them getting swept out of the playoffs, but I don't see them. Not me. That's not my team that I say they're going to contend. But
so who you like coming out of the East?
Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. I like Boston, and we did a show Sunday, and I didn't mention Boston. I don't think nobody else mentioned Boston. I thought they was gonna fall off, but I don't know if last night was a aberration. We'll see. But I mean, them boys, hey man, Boston looked tough last night, boy. Tough.
70 points from Tatum and Brown. 70 points.
Them boys look tough last night, dude.
They played,
and they got a transition game now. It's like your boy got them wanting to run now, dude. They got a transition game, dude.
I'm gonna tell you the key to Boston, man. Malcolm Brogdon. And I ain't just saying it because I coached the kid in AAU. But Malcolm Brogdon, man, is going to be the key to that Boston Celtic team. He's going to be that guy when Marcus Smart couldn't score, he can defend, he can score it, he can shoot it. He's that other shooter that they need on the court in crunch time when they go with their small lineup. Because when they go with their lineup, it's going to be Smart, Brogdon, Tatum, Brown, and Horford probably. Or Grant, was Grant Williams or whatever. So they got a lot of adding Malcolm Brogdon really helped them. Because now when you playing Golden State, Tony, I can put Brogdon on Clay or Wiggins and let Marcus Smart lock down Steph. So I got another defender out there. With Derek White on the court, he was a liability. If you notice, as the series went on, a lot of time, Derek White playing time started going down because he couldn't really defend on them dudes because he was smaller.
Considering what they've been through, I was with Tony. I thought it was going because of all the tragedy and all the stuff that's going on with the coaching and the harassment charges and all this, whatever charges it is. I thought they was going to fall off, but you got 35 apiece from Tatum and Brown, and them boys came to play. It's gonna be a hard dude to get them out.
Hard.
Dude here, man. Dude here, bro. I swear, bro. I'm looking at hey fellas, I'm looking at Jay Ivey, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. They up by 5 over Orlando. Him and Cunningham combined for 37 points. Because Cunningham got 18, 9 assists, 2 rebounds. They putting in work. If they can keep this up, man, we need one more call. Detroit might have something.
Tony, let's get you in right quick. You and Damon. Who is your favorites to dethrone the champs right now? I know the season just started, but who do you see as a contender right now, number one contender?
I mean, it's about time for Denver to step up. Denver been on the cusp forever. It's time for Denver to actually put all the pieces together and make a run. You know, I mean, you got the MVP. You got Murray coming back. You got a squad over there that's loaded on the bench. You know, it's time for them to actually make a run, you know. But like Damon was saying, that Boston Celtics team looking like they still hungry and they want to get it done. So that'll be my 2 if anybody can take them out.
I agree with Tiny here, bro. I'm looking at the Joker. Murray coming back. He can stay healthy. That's a dangerous team because Tiny here said it again. They loaded on the bench. If they can get going and the Joker keep having the season that he having, it can't keep going to waste, man. He got to go in here and take these boys to win it. That still scare me because now they got the experience, you know, and they look like they hungry. And I mean, you can't overlook Milwaukee, you know. So those would be my 3.
Ooh,
but a dark horse. I ain't even call him a dark horse. I still think Miami got the pieces. To be honest.
not the damn night.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for telling me.
We really ain't gonna know nothing about these teams till probably about Christmas.
This Christmas.
That's when they're gonna really start kicking in when we know who got what. You got to factor in injuries, dudes taking nights off. I think the Clippers gonna make some noise too, man. With John Wall, Kawhi back, watch out for the Clippers. One thing about the league now, you know, 5-6 years ago, you probably had 2 good teams, just dominant teams, and of course it would probably Cleveland and Golden State. Now with the NBA, man, year in and year out right now with stars all over the league, man, you don't know who's gonna win the championship. Nobody really probably expected Golden State to make that run like they did. You don't know who's gonna win this thing, man. You got stars in the West. You loaded in the East. You like literally, if you think about it, you probably 6 or 7 deep in the East and the West that could really make some noise. In your East, you got Boston, Milwaukee, Chicago. Cleveland done got better. Hawks ain't going nowhere. Brooklyn, that's 6 teams right there without even, and I ain't even say Philadelphia. That's 17 without even blinking. And then you go out west, Clippers, Phoenix, Denver, Golden State, Memphis balling. New Orleans going to be back with Zion. I mean, Minnesota, it's loaded, man. Because you got stars all over now. It ain't just in one team or 2-3 teams. It's stars literally in both conferences.
We got a comment from Shots producer, my cousin Anatole. He said, Mike, you need a producer.
No, I'm good, Anatole.
Can the Warriors, you say if the Warriors can repeat? I think so, because remember you still got a young cat in Wiseman. You know what I'm saying? It's you can't really until the Splash Brothers. You see a decline in them. They always a threat. They always a threat. Steph is a threat. I mean, I know they're going through a Jordan Poole and all that, and Draymond and all that. They still a threat though. They still can put up numbers on you at any time, especially Steph. Steph ain't if Steph really want to heat up and put the team on his back, he's done it before and he'll do it again until I see it. So they can repeat. But Mike brought up a great point. The East have, well, the West too. You know, teams have added or subtracted and gotten better, or on paper gotten better. Won't know anything until Christmas, like Mike said. But if you ask them the question, yeah, they can repeat.
Dude, I'm watching this Cleveland game. Them boys gonna be nice, man. I can't believe Donovan Mitchell in the Cavs uniform, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna make a nice fit with Cleveland because he played a lot of point with Conley being out. So him and Garland could switch out, especially when teams try to press them in the backcourt later in the season in the playoffs. So that's gonna be a great fit for Cleveland.
Dude, and LeVert healthy too. I forgot about LeVert.
And don't forget Ricky Rubio also. Rubio brings up a veteran presence.
LeVert in Cleveland?
He was in Cleveland. He was in Cleveland last year.
He got traded last year.
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you this then. Before we get to our finals picks, we already talked about some teams. I want to talk about some breakout players this year. To me, last year, Desmond Bane should have been the most improved player. I don't give a damn about Ja Morant giving him his award. It ain't the same as you winning the award to me. We talked about this Sunday, I believe, right, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
And Desmond Bane should have won most improved player. And if I had to do a surprise player, it's gonna sound stupid for me to say this, but I'm gonna go out there on a limb. Surprise player to me gonna be John Wall. We haven't seen him in 3 years.
You took the word right out my mouth, boy.
I don't really see a problem with that pick, Pat. He been injured. He over in LA with 2 superstars. He gonna come out with a point to prove, man. I actually agree with you on that.
Hey, do y'all know this dude, man? John Wall is one of, I think, only 7 point guards in the history to average 19 and 9 for a career. One of 7 point guards, 7 or 8 for a career to average 19 and 9. But we don't talk about him because he's been injured.
Magic and Stockton, probably Mark Price, Tim Hardaway. Am I getting close?
Yeah, that's the group.
Okay. Boy, I'm good on that. Boy, I don't even know producer. Stat producer, Tony, not graphics producer.
I'm just messing with you. I hear you. My surprise player is Wiseman, dude. I think a lot of people, not really thinking about him because he's saying been hurt and he's an afterthought. But that's definitely gonna be my surprise player for this year, man. He's healthy, and I really expect for him to do big things, man, this year.
My thing about Wiseman, Tony, not necessarily knocking your point, but I'm thinking about lineups. Like Wiseman is the backup big man. They start Kevon Looney. And then the thing about it, when it comes crunch time, is Wiseman going to be on the floor? Like I said, I just told you, when it's crunch time, they fired it going to be on the floor. Steph, Poole, Clay, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond. So I wonder how much impact Wiseman is going to be able to make. Because like I say, that's their group that they go with when it's crunch time. Y'all saw it last year in the finals. So
he's still definitely gonna have a major impact. And I mean, and really, especially because I think everybody on this podcast pretty much is in the same understanding that it's probably Draymond last year. So I mean, they're gonna have to get him some run, dude. They're gonna have to get him ready. And I think I think his play is gonna warrant them, you know what I'm saying, him getting some run and getting ready. I mean, I can't dispute your point. We all know who the five on the floor gonna be, you know what I'm saying, come crunch time. But I mean, you know what I'm saying, everybody else still, that don't mean that he don't have his role on the team in a major role at that.
Yeah, and shots producer Anderson saying Nick Claxton gonna be his surprise player. I'm surprised that you're saying Nick Claxton is gonna be your surprise player. He's gonna have to start though. That's the only thing. And once he go off, KD gonna play some fire this year. Ben Simmons, I'm just not seeing that right now. I'm just not seeing that. I can see a surprise play if he does a double-double or whatever, most improve his free throw shooting, because he was terrible from free throw line last year. I can see him doing 10 and 10, 12 and 10, something like that. What they need some type of presence. But Ben Simmons more than likely is going to play that dunker spot. I remember the game a couple years ago when he played the Utah Jazz. I think Embiid was out. He played Sunday. He dropped 42 and 10. So, but can he do that on a 82 game basis? Nick
Claxton don't start fade.
I mean, do you really have a choice right now? You don't have nobody.
I didn't know who they big men were.
That's it. That's the list. Nick Claxton. Okay, let's get to our finals pick. We got Tiny Head back in. Tiny Head, give us your surprise player for this year.
Tiny Head.
Surprise player for this year. Let me see. I don't even know who my surprise player will be this year, because we got so many guys coming back that, I just want to see can these guys come back healthy and get back their former form, like Kawhi, Paul George played for a whole season, Kyrie without the restrictions, Jamal Murray, that's what I'm really looking to see. Can these guys bounce back? Zion Williams, can he finally have a full season? That's what I'm really looking for there.
All right. One more thought from shot producer. He said Josh Giddey is going to be a surprise player. Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Oklahoma City draft picks. Because
so he's doing nothing tonight.
No, nada. All right. This is what everybody's been waiting for. This is what everybody's been waiting for right here. Round the horn. Finals picks. Damon.
I'm going Golden State. I'm gonna go Golden State and Milwaukee.
Right. Tiny Head.
Denver, Boston.
Mike.
Golden State and Brooklyn.
Pretty Tony, tell us your picks again for the finals.
I'm gonna go Golden State, Boston.
Repeat.
I'm
gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say Clippers and Milwaukee.
Not a bad pick. You want to know the truth? They stay healthy. Actually, a good pick.
The only reason why I'm not gonna try to pick, I don't have trust in LeBron until they get a shooter.
Well, they don't have no shooters. They don't have a chance.
They have a chance to make a good trade. They're probably the reason why I can see it. Either they're going all in or they're doing a fire sale, trading Anthony Davis by the deadline or trading LeBron during the summer. That's my hot take. But after he break the record, we'll see you, LeBron. We'll holler at you. All right. So we're about to jump into some college football. It's a hard left we're gonna do right now. In my cold open, I said, "Whoa, Tide, whoa," like Mike used to do on the basketball court. Whoa, like that. Whoa. He used to do like this on the basketball court. Like
I was a hell of a guard on the court, son.
All right. So as we know, Bama lost this past weekend. I said in the pre-production that is one of the most undisciplined team. This is one of the most undisciplined Alabama teams I've ever seen in years. 17 penalties this past weekend. Yes, 18 penalties against Texas A&M. Yeah, 15 against Texas, and it came back to bite them. But that's neither here nor there. We lost. It is what it is. Georgia still looking good. Like I said, I picked Georgia to win the national championship anyway last year. I did.
Tony. Stop, Tony.
I did.
Stop, Tony.
I had him winning by
he did on the show. I will say he was Georgia hating all the way until the national championship game. That is a true statement. I hate to say that, but he did.
And I had to win by double digits also, then I might.
Yeah, you did. You did.
He did.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs. All right. Right. So right now, in a couple weeks, we'll wait from the CFP picking their top 25 teams. Give me your top 4 teams right now for the CFP. If the CFP started today and they picked their teams. Tiny Head.
Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, dog, you got 2 SEC and 2 Big Ten. Well, that's the top 4. I can't argue with that.
He said Ohio State, Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio State. Who else? Tiny Head.
Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, and Tennessee.
Ooh, that's two SEC and 2 Big Ten. That's a bold statement there. Go ahead, Dan. Who you got?
Georgia, Tennessee. Actually, I'm gonna have to agree with Tiny Head. If it was a start right now, that's the top 4 teams right now. The way Penn State got obliterated, that was a heck of a statement game. You get 418 yards on the ground, and Penn State only gave up 398 coming into the game. That was a statement game. They had no control of that game at all. It should have been 50-6. McCarthy threw a fluke pick, and Clifford ran 67 yards for 2 and touchdown in the drive. That was dangerous. And Ohio State, they trucking, and Fabian nailed it. I haven't seen a Nick Saban coached Alabama team that was undisciplined like that. So top 4 is Stetson Bennett, the Cologne. He keep going. It is what it is. That's the top 4 right now. It's bound to change though. You never know.
Hey, we got a special guest. We got a special guest popping on. We got shot producer / my cousin, my first cousin, Anatole Cloud, with that faux FAMU jersey, FAMU hoodie on. What's up, Cuzzo?
Chilling, man.
Y'all turn the camera off.
Hold on. Let me get this on here. Vet said it last week. Vet, welcome to the show. Glad to see you, man. I told y'all about Hooker. You did say it. You said it last week. He did say
it. They got them field goal kickers.
Yeah.
It won, man. I'm saying that was a straight shootout, bro. That game was crazy. That game was crazy. Hooker that was his Heisman moment. I will say that.
I'll say this, Vic. If Herndon Hooker goes out and does that same thing to Georgia, lock him up for the Heisman.
Yeah, he's Heisman. He win automatic. He win automatic.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So let's get your final 4 right now.
Give me Georgia. Give me Ohio State. Give me Tennessee, and give me Clemson.
You think Clemson been playing better than Michigan so far?
I ain't gonna necessarily say they've been playing better than Michigan per se. No, I'm not gonna front. I'm going off of the past, man, and you know what I see with what I've seen with my eyes. I don't believe in Michigan. Somebody may be a little bit hate, you know what I'm saying? Damon, no, can't stand Michigan. But I don't take nothing away from it. They look pretty good this year. They would definitely be, you know what I'm saying, the first one out. They'd be number 5, you know, right now. But, you know, just based off of what I've seen out of Clemson and what I know they got on their schedule the rest of the way, and what I know is probably going to happen to Michigan at the end of the year, I'm rolling with Clemson.
But in that case, you got to take either Georgia, Tennessee out then.
I think it's a different team.
Not necessarily so, because Tennessee
They got to play each other.
Quiet as kept. Yeah, but Tennessee can lose to Georgia and still go to the playoffs.
No,
Not
that'll
necessarily.
be
I don't know about that
Alabama.
now.
That'll be
They
Alabama.
can.
That'll be
They
Alabama.
They can.
Alabama over there on Easy Street. Alabama, that loss don't hurt Alabama.
Alabama ain't
Alabama
on
on
Easy
the
Street.
other
They still got Ole Miss at the end of the year. But what I'm saying is you can't. But listen, Tennessee. If Tennessee lose to Georgia and that's the only loss on their record, Georgia gonna have to play Alabama. There's no way that if Alabama even beat Georgia, somebody between Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia,
two of those teams going in.
Yeah, two of them teams going in, dude.
Tennessee ain't gonna be it. Tennessee won't go in. If Tennessee
A
loses to
one-loss
Georgia,
Tennessee that's then beat Alabama, and it depends on how the game go with Georgia. If it's a close game in Georgia, then Tennessee will go in. Now, if Georgia stopped them boys, then yeah, I see where you're going.
If Georgia beat Tennessee, then Georgia play Alabama in the SEC championship game, and let's say Alabama beat Georgia. The only way Tennessee would possibly get in is if Georgia beat Alabama. But you got to pretty much look at it. The Ohio State-Michigan winner is going into it, so that's one spot. We already pretty much counting Georgia in there. Clemson don't look like they're going to lose. That's 3 spots right there. So I guess it could come down to Alabama or Tennessee. And if Georgia beat Tennessee and Georgia beat Alabama, Tennessee got a shot. That's the only chance they'll get in. But then this is what you got to look at. A one-loss Tennessee versus, let's say, a one-loss Ohio State. Who they going to give it to, you think? Let's say Michigan beat Ohio State, and it's down to Tennessee and Ohio State for that spot.
Off of brand alone. Off of brand alone is Ohio State.
Off of brand, Ohio State.
And I'm gonna say something to y'all, man. Y'all might mute me, whatever you want to, but I'm gonna go on and say it. This Tennessee, this just to me. When I watched Tennessee the other night, Tennessee kind of reminds me of the 2019 LSU team. Now let me explain that.
Yeah,
no, they don't have the stars. They don't have the stars like LSU with Jefferson and Burrow and Jamar Chase. But when you look at how explosive that offense is, Tennessee can put up that Tennessee-Alabama game was almost similar to the Alabama-LSU game 3 years ago. Almost. Almost to the T.
That was Vet said in the chat. Hearn is this year's Joe Burrow.
No sir.
That's what he
No,
said.
sir.
I don't know,
No,
but he had more weapons. He had more weapons. But Vet also said Georgia offense can't score with Tennessee. I don't know. It's gonna be a good game.
I don't think Tennessee offense gonna put up 50 on us, dude.
No, they're not. They're not gonna have 194 touchdowns.
Tennessee, even though Tennessee won, we forgetting they gave up 49 points. Do y'all really think Georgia gonna give up 49 points? No.
That's the thing. Even though Georgia lost a lot on that NFL defense, it's still Kirby Smart still concentrates on that defense. If Georgia gets 2 stops, in that game, it's a wrap. Because now you playing into Georgia's hands. You try to get up the field, and Georgia still got that championship caliber mindset. They've been there. Stetson Bennett, as much as people make jokes about him, what has he really did wrong? He's still doing what he need to do to win these games. So if they get a stop or two, it's a done deal.
I heard something this week, man. I listened to a podcast called Dog Nation. Do you know since the Oregon game, for 1 hour of practice a week, Kirby Smart had been practicing for the Tennessee defense. He's been practicing for it since Oregon. So at least 1 hour a week, he's been getting ready for Tennessee. Now that might not say a lot as far as when the game actually happened, but I think Georgia may be well or better prepared for them than anybody.
It says
This
a
dude
lot
is
because we pretty much said that week 1. As far as I know, I said that was the only team I was worried about the schedule this year. I said that week 1.
I think we need to be worried a little bit about Mississippi State. Mississippi State ain't Missouri.
I'm good.
Okay.
We good. But Anatole, you done jumped on, man. What you got to say, man?
I'm gonna say this. Tennessee is high flying, but that 104th ranked defense don't scare me at all. I think Georgia win by 17. That's just me. I trust Kirby. I trust Muschamp. That 104th ranked defense, that screams a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all don't forget, they're struggling with Florida. Florida almost got them, and Florida is not good. If you look at the numbers that AR-15, whatever Richardson put up, he put up some Heisman level numbers on that Tennessee defense.
I'm told Pittsburgh almost got him. They almost lost to Pittsburgh too.
Pittsburgh should have got him. Pittsburgh should have got him. The offense is good. And Tennessee also missing their best receiver, Tillman, who is a pro. He's a bona fide pro. He killed us last year. But Tennessee the offense scared me. Their defense is, like my little boy say, it's hot dog water. But my top 4, my top 4. Yeah, my top 4. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be a little different. I got Georgia. I got either Ohio State or Michigan. I hate Ohio State, so I'm gonna go with Michigan. I got Clemson. And if I'm thinking like Fave say, Bama gonna lose again, I think Kentucky might get Tennessee. I got TCU at number 4.
Hey man, get him out the show.
Got TCU at number 4.
Hey, Anatole,
They going undefeated. They going undefeated, man.
Texas gonna beat them, Anatole.
They going
Texas gonna beat TCU. If Texas don't beat TCU, I'll wear a FAMU shirt.
I'll buy you one from buy.
Wait, hey, make sure it's a 4X. Make sure it's a big boy shirt now. Shit.
Buyshirt.com.
4X times 4. 4X times 4.
Stop it.
I can't hold it in.
4 times 4.
Hey,
Hold on, man. Time out. This dude said, make sure it's a 4. I tried to hold it in.
I'm just letting him know.
Oh my God.
Does UCLA or Oregon? If UCLA run the table, y'all see them getting in there? They undefeated right now.
They gonna lose Saturday. They play Oregon Saturday.
One of them. Yeah.
Even if they win out, they're not gonna get in. They'll be like the first one out. They don't have enough on the schedule to get in. When USC lost,
you don't think so?
USC. Not with that schedule. USC messed them up. They needed USC to stay undefeated. They needed that USC. USC messed them up. Pac-12 don't have a chance.
Vet said bet up that Kentucky-Tennessee game. Somebody said bet it up.
I like Kentucky. I got $2 on Kentucky.
He said I got $2 on Kentucky.
I got kids, man.
Yeah.
I can't bet all that money.
I ain't mad at you, Anto. I feel you.
I got $2 on Kentucky.
Oh,
All right,
think about it. If that kick don't go wide right, we're not even having this conversation about Tennessee. So they needed that kick to go wide right for them to be in the conversation.
Yeah, that goes to Anatole's point. That goes to Anatole's point. That go to his point. They ain't gonna be able to outscore everybody, and it's gonna be a problem. That's what scares me a little bit about Ohio State. Because if you one thing I learned about CJ Stroud, if you rattle him, he gets erratic and he comes off his reads. It's great that he got Little Marvin and Smith and Jigma ain't even played yet. So he got the weapons. Ryan Day is so arrogant, sometimes he outcoaches himself. He has a stud running back. He don't want to do that. He want to go run. So what happens? Like I said, I know Tony saying you don't see it. Michigan's defensive line this year is a little different. They rotate.
When you see CJ Stroud, when you see CJ Stroud,
when he was I was just about to ask that, Tony. I'm about to ask him the same thing.
Please don't say last year when y'all beat him because he wasn't rattled.
Okay,
he had a good ass game and he was hurt.
I'll say this then: if you get to him, and you make him come off reads. Yeah, it's his skill position players, man. I'm not taking none from CJ Stroud. You can't sit here and tell me Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave didn't make spectacular catches as well. He threw some pills. He threw some pills that was behind him. He threw some pills that was a little low. He threw some pills that was a little high. That's all.
What quarterback don't, Damon?
But what
I'm just saying, I've never seen him rattle. I haven't seen him rattle.
What I'm saying is this. Well, all I'm saying is, if you got a defensive line that can get to him out of his somewhat sweet spots, and you stop them, that causes Ryan Day to his coaching turns off, because he's a pass happy guy. He got a stud running back right now. He uses them every now and then. I've watched a lot of their games, and I'm surprised that he don't run the ball like he do. Probably because he up and he want to put numbers up. But I'm saying a defensive lineman and maybe even somebody who can score with Ohio State gonna give them problems. They're gonna give them problems. Period.
Let me get Mike's picks in right quick for the CFP Final Four if it started today. Go ahead, Mike.
Number 4 be Michigan. 3, I would have Clemson. 2, Ohio State, and 1, Georgia.
So you only got one SEC team getting in this year?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on Tennessee yet. They beat a bad Alabama team at home. So I ain't 100% sold on them yet. I know they ranked, I think they jumped number 3 now. I think that's what they are.
They're number 3.
So I'm not 100% sold on them, because Anatole brought up a good point. They almost got beat by Florida, and Pittsburgh pushed them to the brink too. So you beat Alabama, but you beat a once in a lifetime Alabama team, really. To be honest. So I'm going Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and Clemson. But of course, y'all know that Ohio State, Michigan loses probably out.
Most definitely. That's why I was going to ask. What happens if Tennessee pop Georgia?
If Tennessee pop Georgia,
I'm just saying what happens. I don't think it's going to happen. What happens if they pop? If Tennessee mess around pop Georgia? What happens then?
It's a wrap for Georgia for the national championship.
See, I don't think so.
Yeah, it will be. But they ain't got no way back in.
Yeah, it's over for them. They got no more games, really. That's it.
They ain't got no way back in.
Only way I see that. Now, wait a minute. Didn't Alabama make the college football playoff one year without playing in the SEC championship game?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Alabama.
The year they won it. You did it the year they won it.
It depends. It depends on how that Georgia Tennessee game go.
So
it depends on how that game go. If Georgia loses in like a close game or whatever, they can get themselves back into it.
That's what I'm finna ask.
It'll be hard. It'll be hard, but they can do it.
That's why I'm finna ask.
Tennessee, Alabama end up in the SEC championship game. You have Tennessee, Alabama. So Tennessee, Alabama going head to head. Mess around, they split. Both of them will get on in off the split. And then if Tennessee get in, they automatically in. That make it hard for Georgia, because then you're gonna say, okay, Alabama lost.
If Tennessee, if Tennessee and Georgia and Alabama meet in the SEC championship, and Alabama beat Tennessee, there's no way Tennessee gets in before Georgia. No way possible. And that's even with head to head. And that's even with head to head.
If they split, you can't throw Tennessee out. You can't throw Tennessee out. They can split Alabama.
Why not?
How you gonna put? But they beat Georgia, so how you gonna put Georgia in before them? You can't put Georgia in before them.
If Alabama and Tennessee, if Tennessee undefeated, if Tennessee undefeated going to that SEC championship game, they lose Alabama. Georgia not getting in. It'll be a wrap for Georgia.
Not getting in.
Man, please.
Not getting
in.
They
will.
You're not going to kick Tennessee.
Yes, they will. Matter of fact, Ohio State did the shit.
But
Tony, they're not going to let 3 teams from the SEC. So you telling me if Tennessee beat Georgia, Alabama beat Tennessee in the SEC championship game, Georgia still going to get in?
Yeah. Tennessee the odd man out.
So you're gonna have an
Tennessee,
undefeated
no.
Tennessee that beat Georgia, and they will be out.
Okay.
Hold on, remember they beat Georgia and Alabama to do that, and then they would have one loss to Alabama. You beat Georgia and Alabama. You only lost 2 is Alabama championship game. You staying in.
So
That's on top of being Georgia in Athens. Georgia not getting in. They lose Tennessee. It's over with.
No,
Yeah,
I
done.
I don't know if I agree with that because
it depends. I'm telling you, it depends on how that game goes.
Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, if Georgia loses to Tennessee in a close game, Georgia not falling no further than 5. They're not falling no further than 5. If Tennessee mess around losing the SEC championship, they're gonna move Georgia up in that top 4.
No, you can't.
If Tennessee beat Georgia, they're not gonna move Georgia over Tennessee. That's not gonna happen.
No, they were head-to-head win. And then you already, on your resume, you will have a win against Georgia. A win against Georgia and a win against Alabama. So how you get left out when you gonna be both?
Watch.
You got a better resume than both of them.
Watch.
I hear you, Tiny Head. You may be right, but crazier things have happened. They didn't squeeze Ohio State.
Crazy things can't happen, but that wouldn't be fair. That would not be fair to them because they have better wins.
Life ain't fair.
Hey,
life ain't fair. Life ain't fair.
But that committee have done some. Fabe, you a witness. They done some crazy stuff, man.
That'll be there. One thing you couldn't leave out of that situation would be Tennessee.
Because I'm guaranteeing if Georgia lose, they not falling no further than 5.
They ain't falling no further. They are not falling no further than 5. And they beat Mississippi. And they turn around cause dude, Georgia got a tough ass schedule coming up, dude. They go ahead and handle their business against Mississippi State, handle their business against Kentucky.
That's padding their resume. That's padding their resume. That's why I'm saying this is a great possibility. They'll still get in.
But what's going to really help Georgia? What's going to really help Georgia, honestly, Oregon. We need Oregon to keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's gonna make that win even better.
But Tennessee they have wins over Georgia and Alabama. Who's gonna have a better resume than beating Georgia and Alabama than Tennessee? And you only lost coming to the SEC championship game.
If Tennessee go to that SEC championship game undefeated, Tennessee getting in. There's no question about that. Georgia won't get in.
I agree.
I tell you what.
And then on top of that, and I hate keep talking about these scenarios because first of all, Georgia ain't losing. You know what I'm saying? So we just doing a lot of what ifs right now. You know what I'm saying? For entertainment purposes for this podcast. You know what I'm saying? But if it does happen, I'm willing to bet the house Alabama waxed them boys in this SEC championship game. It will not be close.
Alabama had 17 penalties Saturday.
It will not be close. I promise you it won't be close.
But they won't one loss.
So if Bama, if they go to the SEC championship game and Bama wax them boys, you mean to tell me you think Tennessee is gonna drop right in front of Georgia and go to the playoff? Man, y'all crazy.
They not gonna let Georgia get in before Tennessee if Tennessee beat Georgia.
Okay.
Well, I say this: if Georgia lose by 10 or more, you're right. If it's a close game, it's a possibility they'll put Georgia in there before them.
Let me tell you how Georgia get in if Tennessee beats Georgia. Georgia will get to the playoffs if Tennessee beats Georgia. Georgia gets in if Tennessee beats Alabama again. That's it. Yeah. That's the only way they're gonna get in if Tennessee beats Alabama again.
Okay. And if TCU, UCLA, USC, Michigan, and Ohio State lose before championship weekend.
But remember, Michigan, Ohio State already played.
You right, bro. That's true. You right. It's too many scenarios. You right, Faye. You right.
There's too many other people that got their
opportunity. Too many pieces that got to. You right, Faye. You brought up the best point. You're absolutely right. All those teams got to fall. You right.
But the thing is, USC already failed. Michigan, Ohio State, one of them got to fall because they play each other. So you take them out. Only thing we in there is TCU, UCLA, and the winner of that game now. So you have 3 right there. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard because
that's true.
You need TCU. You need TCU.
UCLA gonna lose a game. UCLA is gonna lose a game.
If they beat Oregon, I don't see them losing the game. If they beat
They'll
Oregon,
lose
I
to
don't see them
USC.
losing no game.
They'll
Me
lose
They
to
gonna
USC.
they gonna lose to USC.
No, USC defense, the worst defense I've seen.
Okay.
And that
No,
O-line today, my God.
Oklahoma's defense is the worst defense you've ever seen.
Hey, stay up late and watch USC. USC give up 14 points out the locker room.
Okay.
They give
They
give it up at
they
practice.
are good bad.
They give up
Yeah,
14
they
points
give
in
it up in
practice.
practice. Yeah, they give it up
All
in
right,
practice.
Yeah, we got to wrap and go to NFL, y'all. Last time before we get to our parting shots. Great weekend of football. Tom Brady lost. My Cowboys. Dang it, man.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
My God.
You see, you ain't get a rouse out of Tony or Atwater, Fade. So just let it go.
No,
They
No,
dead inside.
I need to go
how they
5-1. I need another to go 5-1. I need another to go 5-1. Take the lead in the NFC East. I needed them at 5-1. But Mike's questions on the screen. Is there a collision course for the Bills and Eagles for the Super Bowl right now, Tiny Head?
I say maybe about 65% chance. The only thing about the Eagles is they're balanced and everything like that. They just don't have that playoff experience. And I'm scared when they get in the playoff that first round bye, they catch a hot team coming in to Philadelphia, and they not playoff ready for them guys yet. But as far as team wise, they look like unstoppable in the regular season. That playoff is a totally different thing. But the Bills, where they playing right now, they stay healthy. I see them in the Super Bowl.
Mike.
I ain't gonna never count out my Cowboy. You know that. But I do think the Bills are the
Probably couldn't count.
heads above everybody else in the AFC.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to go through Buffalo, man, in the AFC. And honestly, right now in the AFC, I don't see nobody but Buffalo and Kansas City, man. I don't even see nobody even come close. And maybe Cincinnati, maybe the Chargers.
No.
I just don't see nobody coming even close to them two. NFC, I think it's a crapshoot. It's a toss up in the NFC, I think.
Damon, go ahead.
Yeah, I can see that Philly Buffalo Super Bowl. I can see it. Jalen Hurts, this schematically what they did to him, for him, I should say, that ground and pound pass when you need to, that's tough, bro. And they got a defensive line. They got that in a bad NFC. Green Bay done fell off. I'm not scared of Minnesota. I wouldn't be scared of Minnesota. The only team really you should be scared of in the NFC, in all honesty, probably is Dallas. I think Dallas, the Giants maybe, but then as the season go along, you worry about Barkley's health. You worry about it.
Receivers.
No receivers. Daniel Jones, what is he really doing out there? Hell, they running the Wildcat, bro. They ain't really using Cubs. So I can see it happening. The only thing that'll stop it is another AFC showdown in the championship with KC. That's the only thing that'll stop it, in my opinion.
Cloud.
Yeah, man. I think the Chiefs will get the Bills the same go around. It's just a Chiefs DNA, man. They just don't quit. But the Eagles, I've been texting favor every week. They're the best team in the NFL by far. And it's crazy because they're not exciting really like that. I mean, Jalen Hurts is he's doing good, but like I didn't expect this from him this fast. So like I like the Eagles right now. What the second best team in the NFC? What the Giants, the Vikings? I mean, the NFL this year is upside down. Tampa Bay is not looking too hot. Man, the Rams, but they looking horrible. It's like Cooper Kupp and Stafford. That's it. And
trying to get rid of Cam Akers. They're trying to trade.
Yeah, trying to get rid of Cam. Send him back to Mississippi.
I hate to say it. You getting the Stafford that was here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the Stafford that was here, throwing dumb picks, pick sixes, and concentrating on one receiver. But
Tony,
in his
go ahead.
defense, he ain't got no line neither though.
None whatsoever. Same thing with Tom Brady.
No line, right? Neither one of them don't have a line at all. No protection.
All right. Tony, you can see it. Bills, Eagles, or somebody else.
No, Eagles. No, I mean Bills. To me, the Bills are the best team in the NFL right now. Right now, no, that definitely could change. We only got like a little bit of we got a little over half the season left, so definitely could change. Really getting ready to get to the meat and potatoes of the season now. But Philly, I do not see them as the best team in the NFL, and I do not see them going to the Super Bowl. The NFC is deep, real deep. Of course, I might be a little bit of a Cowboy homer, but I like what I saw Sunday night. With our backup quarterback, we took their best shot, and we came back, put some boys in the mouth, and we almost won that game with our backup quarterback. Minnesota. I don't really know how I feel about Minnesota. I know we talked through Minnesota out. I don't know how I really feel about them yet. It's still early. I think Tampa Bay will get better. I definitely think Tampa Bay will get better. They'll get back up in the mix. I don't really know. I can't really call who come out of the NFC right now. It's still wide open.
You mean so you're saying it's fluid? So say
it's fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid.
When you talk
but I really do like. I'm not being a homer, man. I'm trying not to be a homer, dude. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say I really like the way the Cowboys looking, dude. A lot of people dug our grave, threw dirt on us, dude. When Dak went down and said our whole season was over. Hey, we getting ready to get Dak back, and we getting ready to be right in the mix where we need to be.
I do too. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I do. Cowboys look good. When you say Minnesota, I think Minnesota goes as Dalvin Cook goes.
Absolutely.
And he can't really stay healthy. That's his only downfall. When he out there, he is dangerous. The problem is he can't stay healthy. They go as he go because Kirk Cousins ain't the one. I never really liked Kirk Cousins. Michigan State guy. I just don't like him. And in big games, as they say, that man on Monday night is winless. He ain't won a game. So, I mean, with Dalvin Cook, that's Minnesota's squad.
I will say this, Tony. The key to us making a run is Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, if you notice, during these games with Dak being out, they ran the football more and they ran it efficient. If Dallas can continue a running game, and I know he was dumbing the playbook down for Cooper Rush, but Dallas was effective because they ran the football. Dallas has to run the football. They don't have Amari Cooper and them weapons like that no more. They got to run the ball.
Need to stick to the script. Need to stick to what, you know what I'm saying, what we've been doing this year and why we've been winning games. Need to stick to the script. And everybody pay no attention to your little memes and shit that you putting up, right?
Yeah, we pay attention
to that,
good,
bro.
You really a hater, homeboy. You really a hater,
bro. It's all good. Mr. I'm a Cowboy fan. What's up for real?
No, I'm a
Cowboy fan. Go and put your go. You need to go ahead and get the Stephen A on. As much as you be talking about Stephen A, boy, you be patting yourself out there, dude. Go and get your little cowboy hat.
The one thing
get you a cigar.
No, the one thing I'm not is a coon. The one thing I'm not.
Come on,
hey man, don't do Stephen A like that, man. Hey, if you listen,
why do you hate that dude so much, man?
If you listen to Stephen A, I fool with you, bro. I watch it every day. Fabian watch you every day. As much as he be trying to hate, Fabian watch you every day too.
It's called hate watching and hate listening. It's called
he said hate watching, hate listening.
Hate watching. It just either way. I went 4-2 picking the Cowboys this year so far. I went 4-2. The same record they got.
This dude here, man.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid with him. I'm drinking Kool-Aid on.
You a hater, dude. You a straight hater, dude.
All right, bonus question before we get out of here, guys. Since Carolina's fired their coach. They traded Robbie Anderson to the Cardinals, even though the Cardinals have no head coach. And DeAndre Hopkins will be back this week. They lost Marquise Brown for 6 weeks to a foot injury. So I just want to throw this question out there. This might be close and near dear to Tiny Head's heart. Would Christian McCaffrey be a better fit in Buffalo or San Francisco, Tiny Head?
The best fit for him would be Buffalo. Would be Buffalo. Best fit for us would be with us. But for him, if he go to Buffalo, just give him a Super Bowl championship. Just give it to him. Then him is over.
That's the one weakness in their team is their running game. That's the one weakness. Anatole. If Christian McCaffrey, Buffalo, okay.
Buffalo. Easy.
D-Round.
And the running back.
Buffalo, hands down. Buffalo. That keeps Josh Allen clean, bro. Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Michael.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Mike.
You got Eckler.
Those weren't the choices.
Oh my bad. My bad. Buffalo.
He had some pace going up, man.
Yeah, Buffalo. I mean, but the ground game, they got Devin Singletary, they got James Cook. But I mean, Buffalo, I think gonna win it all regardless. And something about that damn Von Miller, wherever he go, he seems like he get a Super Bowl ring sometime. But I think Buffalo is the best team in football. I will say Buffalo 1, Kansas City 2, Philly 3.
Tony.
So I hate to answer a question with a question, but is this like in the pipeline as far as the rumor mill?
Yeah.
That is between Buffalo and San Francisco?
I think that was a question I heard earlier posed, like where would be a better fit?
Really?
Of course I said
okay. I would say Buffalo, man. I don't think San Francisco. I'm sure Shanahan will figure out a way to incorporate him into what he do because I definitely give him his props. As an offensive mastermind and a good coach. But that's not really the style San Francisco like to play. I think he'd definitely fit into the scheme of Buffalo a whole lot more. Yeah, I would say Buffalo. But before you jump back in and take back over, man, play James Cook. Play him.
Yeah.
I know he got out to a bad start. Week 1, had a couple of fumbles. You know what I'm saying? They kind of really ain't really been, putting them on the field, but sprinkling them here and there. It seemed like it's starting to try to build back up a little bit more though. But play James Cook, man. Play James Cook. That's all I got to say about that. Go Dogs.
Go damn dogs.
Go damn dogs.
Go dogs.
Hey, Tony, that's all I got to say about that. That's what Forrest Gump said. That's all I got to say about that. You think ain't nobody heard that line, man? That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
Well, now
right. Let's get to I would just say Jenny, as she had a surprise for me.
That boy, that ninja.
Oh, funny head, man. God. Oh, man.
Man. This dude is so stupid.
Man, this dude, man.
See, that's a movie. That's a movie we need to review. But the one thing I know we get off topic. Nobody never talked about that Forrest got that Lex Luthor.
Oh man!
Nobody never talked about it.
Oh, boy,
They're gonna pay digging it on.
Man, Faye, don't get in that, man.
And they never say that man got that Lex Luthor. They never say that man got that Lex Luthor.
And Faye egging it on. He added fuel to the fire.
Oh
Man,
my
gotta take the
goodness.
boy out, man.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Where's the
Gotta
lie?
take that man out, man. That wasn't right.
It take Tiny Head. It take TODD to say something like that.
This Todd.
You gotta take that man out, man.
This Todd.
Yeah, that man.
So what are you saying,
Todd,
Todd?
man.
So what are you saying, Todd?
This Todd. So,
Who baby was that you have? Who baby?
We.
He's
Tiny
yours
head,
for
man.
us.
I swear, bro.
Woo.
You ain't
Thanks
changed
for
in almost 30 years. That don't make no sense.
But that had me in that really had me in tears for a minute though.
I'm
For
wiping
real.
them off my face, man.
I messed up, tiny head.
You trying to take that man out, man. We need that wasn't right, man. Come on, all of you that man chase. When she get that thing, she want to give him some. Come on, man. Ain't nothing right about that, man.
Come on, tiny head. That's good,
That man chasing for 30-some years. You get that ninja, now she's my phone, get you a shot. Come on, man. That's a horror movie for real, man. That was a horror movie.
Mike, see, Mike, this is the same dude that dressed up like Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
hey man, that dude stunned me that night too, man. In the middle, I'm talking about the middle of a parking lot too. Like we were really wrestling. For real.
Damn, Pop.
I mean, he was dead serious too, man. That dude stunned me, man.
Man, who these
I
dudes is
thought
out
you were
here?
choking.
Man, who these dudes out here
Damon, look at
playing
the
San
bottom.
Antonio, man? Goodness gracious, Pop.
Damon, look at the runner. Damon, look at the runner.
See? Favorite tiny head with that Lex Luthor. See? Fave, you the Don King of the show. You know how to instigate stuff.
All in America. All in America.
Only in America.
All in America. All right. Real talk, y'all. We gotta get the parting shot. Anatol, you're the surprise guest. You get the give us a little something.
Okay. Appreciate you guys for having me on tonight. You know, even though I'm a fan, you grad, you know, it's not a Fort Valley grad.
Hold on, stop. Wait a minute, stop. Hold on. Hey, Anatole, you were talking way too sexy for this show, bro. Like you sound like a DJ doing Midnight Love. Turn it up a notch, man, because you say, hey, thank you guys for letting me on the show. It's Anatole, I'm gonna flaw that in him, bro.
You know, I got a newborn.
So Anatole, hey, if you gonna talk like that, man, dim your lights and put some music on. But you're talking way too sexy for the show, bro.
Hey, that's why you
but
got
I tell you what, Anatole, you gonna talk like that, I'm gonna come right behind you and talk like that. So go ahead.
I got an infant in my house. I can't talk too loud. I got an infant.
Okay, well I talk like that too, then Anatole. After you finish too.
All right. Go ahead, Anatole. Go ahead.
But like I was saying, so in about 19 days, we're gonna have the midterm elections in Georgia. So telling everybody go out and vote if you vote in Georgia. We got some big races. You got, Warnock against Mr. Walker, Abrams against Kemp, and so forth and so on. So take everybody out to vote. That's all I got.
Tiny Head, what you got for her?
I know most people heard about Clarissa Shields becoming a three-time undisputed champion, but everybody know about that part. The part that touched me was what she went through growing up. At 5 years old, she was raped. Her father wasn't in the picture. Her mother was an alcoholic. So she takes up boxing. When she takes up boxing, the kids started bullying her, saying, no, she was looking too much like a boy. She was building too many muscles. But she stayed with it. Became real good at it. Almost, just one of the best there was. She has one loss of amateur fight. That's her young lady she just fought, Marshall. So through all this time, she done fought through everything. She done fought through her mother's substance abuse problems, her father's being in prison, people thinking that she's not good enough for what she's doing, that she shouldn't be doing, that's not feminine enough to climb to the top of the ranks. To see a mother get clean from alcohol, have a father come see her fight, to stand on top of the mountain now as one of the greatest female athletes of all time. So I just want to salute her for everything she's been through and where she's standing at now.
All right, D. Randall, hit us.
Hey man, I know y'all been paying attention to the artist formerly known as Kanye West. He been saying a whole lot of stuff. He went on to talk about the Jews in the industry and how the fentanyl killed George Floyd instead of back. And he did an interview with Nori, and Nori came out and apologized Ye went on Chris Cuomo's show. I seen it on YouTube, and I honestly believe that I ain't gonna say he's sick, but something is not kicking in his head. Head, I'm gonna beat you to it, Mike. It's a lot that he's trying to say, but can't articulate it the way it's coming out, because the way it's coming out to everybody that he seems like he's a racist. The things he's saying is anti-Semitic. I really think the dude just need to just fall back and work in private, because ever since his mother passed, and then you tack on him getting a divorce and all this stuff going on, trying to see his kids with Kim Kardashian and all that, he has not been right. He is a musical freaking genius, which tells me he's brilliant. He just can't articulate it. In my opinion, he just need to fall back, man, because everything from his mouth comes out confusing. Is scatterbrained. He has not put a real point together to make his point come out the way he wanted to. I just think he need to be the billionaire that he is and fall back and do stuff quietly. That's just me.
All right, Pretty Tony.
Man, so everybody knows that the format for the playoffs, baseball playoffs, has changed. A couple years ago they went to the playing game, and this year, instead of just it being the playing game, they kind of made that a series for the play-in, and they shortened the series. The division series, man. They changed that to the best of 5 instead of the best of 7. So basically, the winners of the division, not only once they win a division, they get the bye, which is awesome, but they gotta wait a whole series in order to continue, playing in the postseason. And this year, because of that new format, both division leaders in the National League lost because they sat and got cold. Baseball is a sport where, man, it's not always the best team that wins. You get hot at the right time. Those bats, get some bats going, get some, good quality pitching. Anything can happen. But it seemed like it definitely took the two best teams that most people want to see. Hell, even the team that won more games than anybody, in the major league this year out. So just hope somebody's listening, man. Definitely need to try to tweak it and figure out something else different about them formats. It should be no reason. A bye should be a good thing. There's no reason a team should have to wait for a whole series, not a game, but a whole nother series to pass by before they start back playing. So hope somebody's listening. Let's make some changes, man.
Hey, let me tell you something, Tony. That ain't worth a damn, because that damn sure didn't affect the American League. Because the two best teams in the American League still playing, the Yankees and the Astros.
They had to fight like hell to do it.
Astros swept the Mariners, though.
Astros swept the Mariners.
That Mariners suck, man. Mariners suck. I hate what you're saying, but the Mariners suck. So, and hell, the Indians almost beat the Yankees.
Joe did.
And basically, and really, I feel like may just be me. I feel like if the game didn't get delayed today, I think the Cleveland would have beat them.
And they had two rain delays too.
They got two delays. Sunday and Monday got pushed back.
Yeah.
I think the Braves, man. I think the Braves put so much energy in chasing the Mets down. They just ran out of energy.
Ain't no excuses, man. Don't get me wrong. Ain't no excuses. But at the same, the Braves, they lost. So it's not any excuses. Right? But at the same time, like I say, man, the division series shouldn't be no best of 5 series, dude. You shorten the division series in order to be able to make a series out of a playing game. That don't make no sense.
The division series It's always
Division
been 5
series
games.
always been 5 games. They ain't never.
It's
They
always
didn't
been
show
5
me.
games.
The
It's
only
always been
thing
5
that's
games.
7 games is the NL is the championship,
Is
National
the championship
League,
series?
National League, and the
Championship
World
series.
Series. Division series always been 5.
Been 5.
Only
Always
thing
been
that they
5.
did, they added 2 more
They
teams, and
had
they just
two.
made a 2 out of 3 in the wild card. That's it.
Instead of one. Okay. All right.
Let me say this real quick, Fabe. I know we got to go. Fabian is very happy the Braves lost. He sent me like 12 memes.
I know it.
Yeah, he's
I know it.
extremely happy.
Why,
that the Braves
Faye?
lost.
Why, man?
You talking about why,
The many
Faye?
games Uncle
He's a
Jimmy
hater.
took us to. He's
He said
a
why?
Brave hater.
Well, at least the dog's still in it. Bulldog's still there.
You ain't
Why
no
you so-
Bulldog fan.
I know. I'm just saying.
Why, Faye? Why, man?
They tuck him in his no hole.
No. Mike, go ahead, Mike. Party shot, Mike. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I can't
Man.
stand that dude, bro.
Man, I really dislike Tiny Head, man. I really do not like that dude. Hey, man, my parting shot real quick, man. I know people might not know it or hadn't been really paying attention, but have you noticed that we've been having more white hats in NFL and college football? 20 years ago, there was only one white hat on the NFL. As of today, NFL black officials, as far as the white hat, the head referee, there's 10 of them. You've noticed more college games, there are more white hats in college. 20 years ago, we only had 5 white hats all together in a Power 5 divisions. Now there's 17 white hats that are black in college football and NFL. While we may not be seeing a lot of blacks in other parts of football or other parts of sport, we sure are seeing more blacks on the field and the court and officiating. So shout out to all the referees across the world, man. Referee lives matter.
I was sure about to say it. Where we at in coaching?
Head.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. I was saying where we at.
Head.
All right. I know we are about, today is the 19th, so we are 23 days away from Black Panther Wakanda Forever coming out. As somebody like comic book movies and read comic books growing up, that's my way of escape, my way of entertainment, my way of learning how to read. Matter of fact, I hated reading growing up. My parents bought me comic books, bought me Sports Illustrated to make me read. And it helped me read, and it gave me a love for sports. It gave me a love for comics. If you go to the source material with and other movies where we take example Superman, Christopher Reeve is the most beloved Superman. Then you had Brandon Routh, from one movie. Then you had Henry Cavill, as the current Superman. Or you had the guy from Superman and Lois, that's Tyler Hoechlin, who was from Teen Wolf. And my point being, we've replaced Superman 5 different times because that's a beloved character. Chadwick Boseman died in 2020 from cancer that we did not know he was dying from until when he died. And he's one of the most iconic characters for the black culture, not Marvel, because Marvel has so many characters. Everybody gonna say Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America are their blue chip characters. But when you look at the Black Panther, it's not just T'Challa or Shuri. It's the mantle of leadership, the mantle of bravery. But yet we cannot get somebody to be recasted in Chadwick Boseman's role. Some people might say he don't need to be recast, just move on to Shuri's storyline. There are several different ways you could have did this, but when we look at Iron Man 2, when they recast Don Cheadle as Rhodey from Terrence Howard, who still wanted more money than Tony Howard. Robert Downey Jr., excuse me. We recast him quick because he was a side character. But when we have an African-American main character in the movie, we're just going to kill that main character off and just push it on to another route. Now, I like the route where they're going with the movie, but why didn't we investigate this a little bit more? You flat out came out and said, we're not replacing this character. We're going to different storyline. That's cool. But when we have white main lead blue chip characters, oh, we got to put Ben Affleck as Batman. Oh, we got to put Robert Pattinson as Batman. Oh, we're just gonna get another white guy for James Bond when Idris Elba is out there. Why can't we look at the black main character for our series and make sure we treat them the same as our counterparts? Now, does that mean I'm not going to see Black Panther? No. I'll be there Thursday or Friday night with my all white on, watching that movie. I just wish that Chadwick Boseman was still with us. Now, of course, Letitia Wright and Danai Gari and Angela Bassett and everybody else and Tenoch Huerta, they're going to carry the movie on well. Ryan Coogler is a great director. But we should have pushed for somebody to impart T'Challa in us. Like I said, I'm not bashing them, not moving on. I'm just saying, can we just at least investigate the options before we just say we flat out we're not replacing a character? Because it is Wakanda forever. I want to thank you for listening to our show tonight. Of course, you can follow us on YouTube, follow us on Fort Weather Boys Podcast Facebook page. You can follow us on Mondays and on Sundays and Wednesday nights. This Sunday, me, Tony, and Big Straw have some topics for you. We out.